with the Eastern Conference play-in scenarios basically taking place tonight, the Hornets, Pacers, and the Wizards, Celtics going on, all of the major, I would say, oxygen being soaked up by the Warriors going up against the Lakers, thanks to Chris Mannix, who just finished with us. To me, the storyline that is paramount here is how healthy is LeBron, right? Because it was on the court, and to me, I know that it hasn't gotten a ton of attention about the fact that he tweaked himself, but why in the world was he on the court? I mean, this to me, Dub, we were talking about this on Sunday night. You had to be watching the Blazers and confirming that they were going to be winning with ease, which they were. And if that was going to be the case, making the decision that you aren't going to then be trying to push LeBron James, particularly because you got a quick turnaround, relatively speaking, with a Wednesday game. And then maybe you're going to have to play again a Friday game before you even get into the best of 7 NBA playoffs. So to me, not having him pulled out of this game, I mean, this was not, and you got a 25 or a 26-point lead in the second half like the Portland Trailblazers did against the Denver Nuggets. There's no need to continue to have LeBron James out there on that tweaked ankle. And to me, that's probably the number one story as we get ready for the NBA playoffs. The Lakers are the 7 seed. They are favored to go out and win, second most likely team to win the title behind the Nets, but they are the favorite to win the West even as a 7 seed, which is effectively telling you, even with this play-in scenario, that it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I'm frankly blown away that we could have ever been in a situation where LeBron has an opportunity to get injured in any way in a game that doesn't matter for purposes of seeding.
Yeah, it's remarkable. And when I'm looking at the live line at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and the spread is over 20 points for the Portland Trailblazers, I mean, the game is over, right? And you speak of the Lakers being a 7 seed. The highest seed to ever win an NBA title is the 1995 Houston Rockets. They were the 6 seed. So yeah. I'm not sure I buy the Lakers being as highly favored as they are right now. I mean, it's just hard for me to believe that they have the second best chance to win the NBA title this year. But obviously, we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But this is a team that I do not really want to bet on right now.
Well, effectively, what we're being told here, and by the way, the Lakers are a 5-point favorite over the Warriors in this Wednesday night game. Tonight's game, I'm looking at FanDuel right now. The Pacers a 3.5-point favorite over the Hornets, and then the Celtics around a 2-point favorite. These lines bouncing around a decent amount over the Washington Wizards. But the Lakers, even with the play-in scenario, are the second most likely team to win the title. Right now, the Nets are plus 210 to win the championship. The Lakers are at 5-1. The Clippers right behind them at 6-1. The Jazz at 6-1. Then the Bucks and the 76ers are both at 8-1. And so you sit around and look out here at the way that this scenario is set up, and you wonder, effectively, as everybody's saying, the season doesn't matter at all in the regular season as long as you make the playoffs. That's the bet that the Lakers are making. By the way, speaking of bets, Jokic is minus 6,000. You just heard Chris Mannix talking about who's going to win the MVP in the NBA. Jokic is now minus 6,000. If you think that's a pretty monster favorite to be the NBA MVP, if you think Steph Curry is going to potentially win this thing, he's 24-1, so you could make yourself a lot of money. Joel Embiid out there at 27-1, but effectively everybody is saying Jokic is done and he is going to be the MVP. When we come back, third hour of the program, we are scheduled to be joined by Petros Papadakis. A lot to dive into with him, a lot of fun to be had there, and we're going to talk about the latest on Aaron Rodgers, bit more discussion about the NBA's play-in scenarios as we get ready for those tonight, and also get ready for those on Wednesday night. All of that still coming your way. Appreciate all of you hanging out with us. I am Clay Travis. This is Outkick on Fox Sports Radio.
Outkick the coverage with Clay Travis.